Hey everyone, it's Iffy, and it's a really quick one today. I don't even really have a topic. I've probably picked something by the time the video's out, which will be the title. But I really just wanted to touch on a couple of things across my mind today. So it's the 18th of May in the UK, and yesterday was what I consider the last. We entered the last phase of like our easing from lockdown. The plan is to end lockdown in about a month's time, provided there's no further delays and all that. But what that means in terms of what yesterday represented was, I'd say the biggest jump, biggest step forward in terms of getting things back to reality, back to normality. Um, People can go out now and like eat out, go to cinemas, that sort of thing, socialize a lot more, and everyone's taking full advantage of it. It's awesome. I'm probably gonna pop out at some point this week as well. But there's just a couple of things that just felt a bit uneasy for me, and I was thinking it in the back of my head, and it wasn't until um I didn't speak to, I got some more information from a couple like-minded individuals. By that I mean other people who I respect very much because we have similar experiences in life. Without going into further detail, but as much as this is a big time of celebration for everyone, being able to get back out again, I'm not even going to the whole idea of the journey isn't over in terms of actually getting rid of the pandemic. I'm thinking more in lines of those who the 17th doesn't mean much for. Those who, for the 17th, not much changes. And the two groups that come to mind straight away are one, people who are in hospital for one reason or the other. I know what that feels like. Um, I spent 6 months in hospital myself, albeit not in the pandemic, but I know how celebrations and things going on outside, moving forward outside, didn't seem to affect me. By the time I came out, I was stepping into a world that almost didn't notice I was gone, type of thing. And then, if you've been reading my blog at all, I was stuck in bed at the time the first lockdown started last year, and I distinctively remember when there was all the panic buying and people running around not knowing what to do, and lockdowns were implemented and people were stuck at home. I'd already been stuck at home since Christmas. So things didn't necessarily get worse for me, but thinking of the reverse of that, now things are going back to normal. Anyone who was in my situation then, let alone in hospital for something really serious, in fact, doesn't even have to be that serious. But obviously, the worse the reason they're in hospital, the more it would not feel so great watching everyone sort of celebrate and get back to normal and that sort of thing. The second thing I was thinking was with regards to people who not necessarily are stuck in hospital specifically or at home because of health specifically. There are some people who this is still like a pretty big deal. For instance, I'm technically classed as high risk. So myself and many in my shoes would still be very apprehensive of stepping outdoors. The celebration of being able to step outdoors doesn't hit me as much. Part of that may be how laid back I am, but I know I have the choice to leave home. For some people, that choice doesn't really exist. Not because they're stuck, like or physically unable to leave the house, but they're not as comfortable with what this new normal is looking like just yet, at least. It's a big deal to be tagged high risk in the middle of a global pandemic, and then watch life start to get back to normal, and you still be classed high risk. And there's been I can say all sorts about how are so-called high risk um people with regards to COVID have been sort of treated and guided or not guided along throughout lockdown and since this all started last year. But the truth remains, it's a lot harder to take that step out the door for a lot of people. I'm not saying this to be a downer. I'm not saying this to say don't enjoy your time out, but it comes across to me as a very big opportunity to exercise our empathy muscles. Remember those who aren't as fortunate, and this time you don't have to think too far in terms of people who may be financially less secure than you, people who may be suffering in third world countries because they don't have a meal to put on the table. There's probably a lot of people you know, whether it's because of health reasons or just whatever the case may be, their mindset, who are struggling with the idea of returning back to normal when things have gotten so bad at some point in the past. For some people, the solution doesn't fit um how bad things went. So just remember to be kind and be nice to people. Don't forget people might still need just a little kind word. Oh, by the way, I'm not talking about myself. I am fine. I am so fine. Um, but yeah, it'll be remiss for me to not take into account that yeah, some people are having a tougher go of this, and not necessarily that they have had a tougher go through lockdown. They're having a tougher go of it now. Um, Lockdown itself and all of that malarkey was rough, but this is a different type of rough. So yeah, if you can reach out to someone, um, donate to a charity, just might be a kind word. It might be just someone you just need to be nice to. A random person you don't even know about. Try it. Try the whole cliche one act of kindness a day. People need it a lot more now. People you may not realize do. But yeah, um, that's my 2 cents on the matter. I've rambled enough. But mm, do all the YouTube things. This wasn't exactly a planned video, but I just thought I'd get my word out there. So yeah, like, share, subscribe to the channel. And if you've got any comments or want to talk about any other things or questions about what I've just spoken about today, then yeah, drop me a message in the comments or through any of my social media. And I'll catch you guys later. Take care, stay safe, and stay blessed. Bye.